Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial video for a bowling game called In the Paint. It's a free game, and my good buddy Rob, I sent him the link to this and I said I'd do a tutorial on the game for him. So here we go. What you see in front of you is everything that you need to play a game. The score sheet is something that I've done, made for a little bowling league that I'm playing, but I'm just using it anyway. I'll explain the different colours later. 3 dice. Doesn't matter what colour the dice are, which is why I picked 2 blue and 2 and a red. If you want, you can do that. Makes it quite easy. So I've changed to the red, white and blue ones because they're the same size, but the colours don't matter because you go from low to high, so that is 1, 3, 4. The cards tell you everything that you need to know. The only other thing that you need is a single chart out of the pocket chart. There are 4 charts that come with the game, and all they are is the same resolutions, but the sequence that it shows you in are different. I prefer low to high to low, so 1 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 2, etc., etc. So put that aside, and then the only other thing that you need are the 2 bowlers that you're going to use. Just excuse me for a second, folks. So if we look at the cards, let's just move everything out of the way, and I will put that there, and we'll try and zoom in a little bit to make it easier to see the card. So we're going to play Tom Doherty against BJ Moore. So what we have here, just a little pen. So this number here, the 2 and the 8, that is the ranking, and you get in a set 99 bowlers. Now this thing comes with loads and loads of different seasons, so you know you just don't get a couple of bowlers with it, and as I say, it's all free. So you can play whatever season that you want. I've got the PBA 2016 here. So Tom Doherty, BJ Moore, so ranking name. The 220.82, let's move BJ out of the way, we'll just deal with Tom. 220.82 is his average over the season. Now 222, 333, 444, if you roll any one of those, you go and you use the reading of, roll again and read this chart. The next section is if you roll double ones. Sorry about that, I've got a bit of a cold coming on, I think. If you roll double one, so anything that rolls with a double 1, 2 1 1, in which case that is the result. So if he rolls a 2 1 1, it is a 9 spare. If he rolls a 1 1 1, it's a 9 open frame. And you'll notice 1 2 4 5 6. There's no 3 1 1, and that will be explained when we get down to this section here. The next section, any double 5s, any double 6s. Just bring the scorecard in a little bit here, because what happens here is if you roll, for instance, 5 5 2, it says here 5 5 2, 2 frames. So if we were in the 3rd frame of a game, you go back 2 frames, and if that is a strike, so if the first frame was a strike, he will get a strike. It carries forward. It's getting used to the lanes and working out how the lanes go. If you bowl a 662, it says here 1 frame. So if we were in the third, you go back to the second frame. If that's a strike, then the third frame becomes a strike. In either case, if it is not a strike that you're going back to, you would take the result. So in this case, 662, if we're in the third frame and this is not a strike, then 662 would be an 8-1 open frame. Easy as that. Then the only section left is the bottom section. If none of these apply, you add all the dice up. So in this case, 14. And then you look in here, and these are the same no matter what card you come across. These are always the same, and you get used to it. A 7 is a 7 spare, an 8 is an 8 spare, a 6 is a 6 spare, a 9 is a 9 spare. Anything over 10 is a strike, with the exception of a 5. 2-2-1, 3-1-1, add up to 5. And this is why in this section here there is no 3-1-1. Anything that adds up to the 5, you go back, re-roll, and you use this chart. And the game is as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom out a bit now so that I can get everything in view. See if I can make it a little bit bigger. That'll do. Right. So the only thing you need to know is how to score. Effectively, you work on a 3-ball system, so you work totals up as 3 balls, unless it's an open frame. But hopefully you'll see that as we go along. So what we have here, make it a bit bigger. I'll get there in the end. Hopefully that's better. So Tom Doherty, BJ Moore. What I'll do is I'll play through the game. We're just going to play a single lane game. Doherty, then Moore, then Doherty, and then Moore, and then we'll go across. So ignore the colours. Excuse me a second. Oh, that's better. So Doherty and Moore. Can I get the whole sheet on? And then what I'll do is I'll play a second game, Voigt and EJ Tackett, and I'll show you the difference in the way that I play this, because I'm doing like a league, and I'll show you the latest standings as well once I've done this. And I'm working on the PBA rules of 2 lanes, so these numbers here, the 5s and the 6s, as I work it slightly different because you've got 2 lanes to actually work out, but the first game is just the general rules. So here we go. Tom Doherty. That is a 5-4-4. Not a double ones, not 5s or 6s, so we add them up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that's a strike. So there we go. I suppose really should have put that in the other frame there, but it closes off that frame. BJ Moore, 6-4-1, none of the 5, 6s or 1s or triples, so that's an 11, so that is a strike. Nothing goes in the score here because we're still working on it. 6-5-3, again, that is a strike. BJ Moore, 5-3-2. It's not involved in any of this section, so we add them up, and it's over. It's 10 or over, and so that's a strike. They're doing quite well in this game. 6-4-3. So that is a strike, and we've got 3. They count as 10 for the strikes. So adding up, that becomes 30. BJ Moore, 6, 6, 5. So remember, sixes, we go back 1 frame. So we're here, we go back, and it just happens to be a strike, so he gets that carried over because he's got used to the lane. And that becomes 30. We could end up with a 300 game here. And I have had that. I've had that 2 or 3 times playing this game. Tom Doherty, 2-1-1. Now we've got ones. 2-1-1. Look at Doherty. 2-1-1 gives him a 9 spare. So 10, 10, 9, 29. That moves him to 59 there. And because we've got 3 here, that becomes a 20, giving him 79. If you're going to play this and you don't know the scoring, then there's some good videos out there on how to score anyway. So I make no apologies for not going through this thoroughly with the physical scoring, but there are some good ones out there to watch. And once you've got this, the scoring, then this is an easy game to play. 6, 5, 1. That's over 10. Therefore it's a strike, so it moves him to 60. So he's on a perfect game so far. Tom Doherty. That is 15, so he gets a strike for that. That's the 3rd ball in the sequence, so he moves up to 99. Gets 20 for that. BJ Moore. 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's always an 8 spare. So again, we look 10, 28. So that gives him 88 there. And then 10, 20, 108. So 9 pins difference so far. Tom Doherty, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that gets him a 9 spare. There's a 3 ball sequence there, so that's 20, 1, 1, 9. BJ Moore, 6, 6, 2. This one's a good one. 6, 6, 2, 1 frame back. 1 frame back is a spare, didn't get a strike. So we look at his section here on the 6, 6, 2, and he gets a strike anyway. So again, that gives him a 20, 128. He's keeping his lead. Tom Doherty, 6, 4, 2, 12 gives him a strike. The previous spare gets him 20 points, 139. BJ Moore, 5, 5, 1. 5, 5 is 2 frames. Wrong person. 5, 5 is 2 frames. So we're here. 1, 2. He didn't get a strike. So we look at 5, 5, 1. And as you can see here, he's got an open frame of 7, 2. So 7, 2, this could be costly to him. That gives him 19 pins. Gives him 147. Puts him up at the moment on 6 frames, but this then gives him another 9, which gives him 156, which is not so good because Tom Doherty has got a ball coming up and he's still not finished on his scoring of that. 3, 3, 1 is a 7. Probably not what he wanted. 7 will give him a 7 spare, which gets him 20, 159. So currently, on exact frames, he's just taken the lead by 3 pins, so it's quite a close game. Let's see what BJ Moore can do here. 6, 6, 5. 6, 6, go back 1. He got an open frame, therefore we'll look at his cards. 6, 6, 5 is a strike, so he got himself out of that one anyway. Tom Doherty, 5 to 2 is a 9, which gives him 9 spare. Now, the third ball in the sequence was only a 9, so he only gets 19 pins here. That goes to 178. BJ Moore. 15 gives him a strike. So now we've come to the 10th frame. And in the 10th frame, you get the option of a third ball. If you strike or spare, you will get the extra ball. Let's see what happens. Tom Doherty. 5, 4, 3 is 12, so he gets a strike there. And that gives him 20 to make him 198. See what happens with his next goal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is a strike because it's over 10. And his final ball, can he get 3 strikes in a row? 5, 6, 11, so he gets a strike, so he'll get 30. So that's 228. So he finishes with 228, which isn't so bad because his average over this season is 220.82. So BJ Moore, he should win this easily. There's 12 there, so it's none of the special sections, so that gets him a strike. 3 strikes gives him 30, 186. Ten gives him another strike, so he's got 3 in a row there. 216, he's already won, but we'll roll his last ball. There's a 9 there, and so because he only counts the first, it would be 9 spare normally, but there's only one section left, so he just gets the 9. So 29, 5, 4, 2, 245. And that's it. That's the end of that game. Now, as you can see, it's quite quick and quite easy, and if I wasn't talking, it would be a lot faster. Now, I'm just going to play the next game. I'll still talk through it, but I'm just going to play it and show you the difference that I have made when I'm using 2 lanes. This sheet, as I said, I've set it up for, like if you watch PBA bowling, they play on 2 lanes. So player 1 goes on one lane, player 2 goes on the other lane, and then he goes on to the first lane that was bowled by player 1. So I've just color coded it so that I don't lose the sequence. The other thing that this does is if I'm here and I roll double 6, then that tells you to go back 1. Now normally you'd go to there, but because it's the first one on this lane, I haven't bowled on it before, so I can't be used to the lane, so I actually skip that and go back. So I follow the colours. If I'm here and I roll a double 6, then I would go to here. So it's a position, sorry, to here, because that is where I bowled last on that lane. Let's see how it works. So anyway, I'm going to play this game and let's see how we go. Oh, that's a good start, 662. So for John Voigt, 662. You can't go back anywhere. So we look, 662 is a 7-2. That's a bad start. Open frame 9. EJ Tackett. Oh, 3 1s. We've actually got to use the chart. So this is the chart. We're rolling again. 4-3-2. 4-3-2. Bowler leaves 4 pins. Roll 1 dice. 1 is an open 6-0. 2 is an open 6-1. 3 to 4 is a 6-2. 5 is a 6-3. 6 is a 6 spare. So let's roll it. 3. 3 to 4. Open 6-2. So neither of them start very well here. 6-2, 9-8. So now what would happen is that EJ Tackett would go to the other lane. So he bowls there, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he gets a 9 spare. So he's not really started very well anyway. So now Jeffrey Voigt would come and bowl on the opposite lane. 5, 4, 3, no special reading, so we add them up, is 12, so that's a strike. He then goes back and bowls on the first lane that he bowled on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is a strike. And this is why I've got this color code in here. So now I know that I'm doing all the whites, and then I'll do all the blues, and then I do all the whites. Yeah. EJ Tackett, 654, it's over 10, so that's a strike. And that gives him 20 points there, 28. 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a 7 spare. It's here on his card. It's the same on everybody's, and I played it so many times that I know whether it's a 7 spare. So it's there, 7 spare, and it's 7 spare there. So another 20 onto his total, 48. And we now go back to Voigt. 6, 4, 1 is a 11. He gets a strike. So totaling back to 39. Moves on to the other lane. He gets a 9. So that is a 9 spare. So 10, 29. And then 20. And we go back to EJ Tackett. 12 is a strike. So that gives him 68 there. Long way behind. Needs to put a lot of strikes together really. 5-1-1. 5-1-1 off EJ Tackett is in the top section, and it's a strike. Jeffrey Voigt is a 10, so that's a strike. Counting back gives him 108. Six, 3, 2 is a strike. I want to take control of this. 6-5-4 would be a strike, but let's say that he bowled 5. You see why I'm doing this? 5-5-2. So he's bowled 5-5-2, and this is where we go back 2 frames. Now he is here, so we've got to go back 2 frames on the lane that he's bowling on. So it's the first of the color code, so we have to go back 2. So that is 1, and that is 2. So he'll get a strike. If it was this one, let's put that strike in there, and because he got the same result, I just want to explain this one to you. If it was a 5-5-2 and how I work it on my score sheet with double lanes. If it was this one, I would go back 2. So that's the first one, the last one he bowled on that lane, and this is the second last one he bowled on that lane. So I'm going back on the colours, yeah, 1 there, 1 there, and therefore he would get 5-5-2, which would be a 7. Sorry, Tackett would be a 7-1 open frame. So just to show you the difference in going back 1, back 2 here, and if you're playing double lanes, it's just a rule that I've put in because I'm using PBA double lane rules in the league that I'm playing. So I have to jump back over 2 previous sets. So it's effectively 4 because he only bowled on that lane there and there and there. A little deviation, but you know, if you play anything like this and you want to play double A, you feel free to use it. It's you know, it's not patented. 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's nothing special off the reading. So it's a 7 spare. So 10, 27, 5, 1, 25, and then another 20, 1, 45. Back to Jon Voight. 611. So we go to the section up here. 611 for Voight is a strike. So that gives him another 30 onto his total. And the last time he will bowl on this lane, 411. And 411 is a strike. So I think he's probably all but wrapped this one up. EJ Tackett. Getting a lot of 1-1s. 411. EJ Tackett is a strike. So that will give him 20. And now he's into his 10th frame. 5, 9, 11. So that's a strike. 211. 211 off Tackett is a strike. So that makes him 195. And 553, we've got one. So 5-5 goes back 2. So we're on this one here. 1, 2. So it's a strike. And therefore he finishes with 225, which his average for that season was 224.49. So it's pretty accurate. I suspect Voight might be a bit better. He was 224.75, so there wasn't a lot in them. Now, 6, so that's a 6 spare. So it might be a bit closer. 10, 26, and then 20. He's already won because he's already 226, and his last one is a 664. So we go back 1, which is there, and he gets the strike. So 236. So Voight beats Tackett 236, 225. And it's as easy as that, guys. You can, if you're not talking and creating videos, you can get through this in probably through a frame or a game in probably 2-3 minutes once you've got used to it, and if you know how to score. But yeah, I mean, it's free. It's free. So you know, what's not to like? Just look for In the Paint bowling game on told internet, and it'll take you to the place, and you can download it over free. And as I said, there's loads and loads of seasons with this. This is my bowling league that I'm currently working on. It's called the Joe Downer Bowling League, and the reason for that is that I work for myself, and my company is called Joe Downer. So this is what I've got set up. Gives you the rules. There are, is it 14 teams? I think there are 14 teams. Each play each other twice, home and away, or home and road, as my American friends will say. And you get 2 points for, oh, that's the rules. That's the rule book. There you go. Those 3 pages there. That's the rule book. So there's 14 teams of 7 bowlers. You get 99 bowlers. So there's only 1 bowler that doesn't get used. Poor old David Traber. He is ranked 99, so he didn't get in. And Play each team home and away 26 games. Each game comprises 7 frames, 7 games, 1 per player. The team order is worked out on their current average. So you take the 7 players in the team, and you the worst current average plays the first frame against the worst current average of their opponents, all the way down to frame 7, game 7, which the best 2 average players, best average player on each team, play each other. Team player order by pin average, as I've just said. The points, you get 1 point for every frame you win. You get 2 points if you win the game, most games in the match. 1 point if you're tied, and if you win 7-0, I give them an extra point. Now, this all leads up to the Players' Championship at the end of the tournament. After 26 games, the top 20 players play each other in a must-win competition. So 1 plays 20, 2 plays 19, yada 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 yada, and they play 2 games. The lowest rank, so if we're playing 1 against 20, the rank 20 player must win both games. It's not an average. It's not if you get more pins than the other one out over 2 games you win. It's if you're the lowest ranked player, you must win both games. So if it's 1 against 20 and 1 wins the first game, then that's the end of it. 1 is progressing. If 20 wins the first game and 1 wins the second game, then 1 goes through. Doesn't matter if 20 wins by 100 pins in the first game and 1 wins by 1 pin in the second. He's won 1 of the 2 games. The second round, exactly the same. Best ranked player plays worst ranked player. Worst ranked must win 2 games. We then get to the final 5, and that will be a standard ladder tournament that you see in the PBA. It'll be the best of 3 games, and whoever wins the 2 games goes through. So the must-win part of it disappears when we get to the final elimination, the final part of the tournament. So if I just go to my last round that I did, which is round 9, which is there. I'll just take you through this. So round 9, nice little pretty front cover. So let me introduce you to the teams before I they were drawn in a serpentine, and they were split into 7 sections, 1 to 7, I think it was, and so it sort of made it a bit fair. So we have the Pensacola Pins, the Atlanta Alley Cats, the Albuquerque Assassins, the Boston Benders, the Salt Lake Gutter Snipes, the Phoenix Strokes, the Rhode Island Red Stripes, St. Louis Strikers, Fargo Foul Liners, Philadelphia Splits, Chicago Kingpins, New Brunswick Bowlers, Fort Collins Airbenders, and my favourite one for all you Abbott and Costello fans, the Susquehanna Hatters. So they're the 14 teams that I've come up with, and so they'll play 7 games. Albuquerque played Atlanta. Atlanta won 5-2, so they got 7 points, and Albuquerque got 2. Fort Collins beat Fargo 6-1. New Brunswick beat St. Louis 5-2. Pensacola beat Philadelphia 4-3. So they get 6 points and 3 points. Phoenix beat Chicago 5-2. Rhode Island beat Susquehanna 4-3, and I have had ties in this, so you know it's not a question of everything finishes with a 7 wins. Salt Lake lost to Boston 4-3, and that leaves the table like this. Let's just zoom in so you can see it. So there's the results. I had planned on doing the games online, and I may well pick up on doing that if there's interest out there that wants to see me play these games. I'm quite happy to do so. But what I did to start off with is that once I got the fixture list, I went through, and as I'm doing with my payoff pitch baseball, I rolled a dice, and that was the game that was going to be recorded. So these are the scores, they're the pin scores, and then the league table. As you can see, Fort Collins at the top with 50 points, Phoenix 48, Albuquerque 45, as Fargo 44 for Philadelphia, 42 Boston, 41 Pensacola, then New Brunswick, Chicago, Atlanta, Rhode Island, Susquehanna, St. Louis, and then all the way down to the bottom, Salt Lake are on 30 points. And the number of pins that they've amassed during that time, and the number of frames especially, because obviously 7 wins, 2 losses, 36 frames is 14 points plus 36 for the frames they've won, 50 points. It's as easy as that. And then this one, this here, I'll have to come out a bit for this. This is the top 60 bowlers after the round's been played. So currently 1 is Scott Webber, and this rank here is the actual rank that you get with the game. So just so happens that Albuquerque Assassins Scott Webber is ranked 1 currently, and he is actually the first ranked player in the set. Now Oscar Palermo for the Fargo team is actually ranked 69, but he's second at the moment. So if it were to finish today, then you take the top 20 and you would have Albuquerque's Scott Webber playing Albuquerque's Kevin Coleman in the must-win tournament in round 1. And for the Oscar Palermo would be playing Isao Namamoto, and so on and so forth. I just did the 60 because I like to see where some of the good bowlers are. For instance, 56 is Pete Webber. He's currently on 217.44, and his average needs to currently be 227.78 to be in the top 20. So that is my league that I'm running. But hopefully the video is of use to you. As I did it for Rob because we were talking about bowling, and he said he's not really into it, and he didn't know what a game would be like. I'm not into bowling. I think I've been once in the last 20 years. It's not something that I crave to do, but I do like this game. It's quite quick and it's quite enjoyable, and if you know how to score, then you know it's easy to play. So hopefully it's of some use to you. If not, thumbs down. If it is, thumbs up. If you want to see me play one of my league games, and I can tell you, or can I tell you? Let's see who the next game would be. If I were to video it. The next game would be round 11, because I've actually done round 10. Round 11 would be New Brunswick, Atlanta. So yes, if you want to see more of this, then just leave me a message and I'll I'll try and fit it in between my my baseball. Anyway, hope you enjoy that. Hope you have a good night, rest of the day. Good night and God bless from the sunny UK, as it's only about 4 o'clock. It's not really night. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not 4 o'clock at night over here. Leave me a message. Let me know if you want me to do some more of this, and I either will or I won't. Talk to you later. Bye.